Hi guys, it's Grace from Grace Gets Gastric. Today is Sunday, April 3rd, and I'm one day late, but I'm here today to do my 5-month post-op VSG update. So totally crazy, it has been 5 months yesterday since I had my VSG, so I'll go ahead and just start off with stats. Like I said, my name is Grace, and I am 5'8", 27 years old. And on January 2nd, 2018, I had the Vertical Sleeve Gastrectomy, or VSG, weight loss surgery. My height weight recorded was 354 pounds, and that was in May of 2017, right before I started my 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet required by insurance. Over the course of that 6-month diet, I lost 35 pounds, so my starting weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last month, I came at you with a weight of 256.5, and yesterday morning, I weighed in at 244 even. So, that is a monthly loss of 12.5 pounds, a loss since my starting weight or my surgery weight of 75 pounds, and a loss since my high weight of 110 pounds. I'm really excited about those stats. You'll remember if you've watched my previous videos, like my last month video, I'll link that one up above. And I've said before that I don't set goals based on reaching certain weights by certain days, but my low-key goal would be, like my stretch dream goal, whatever, would be to lose about 15 pounds a month on average. Last month, I thought that, and I knew that it was 10 to 15, I knew that 15 was on the high side, and so I figured that last month, my month 4 would be the last month where I actually had that average, because I figured I was at 62 pounds, and so I would have needed to lose about 13 pounds, and I lost exactly what I needed to lose. So I'm at 75 pounds down in 5 months, so that is an average so far of 15 pounds a month, exactly. I am fairly certain for sure this time that it'll probably go down, that average will go down a little bit next month, because I haven't lost 15 pounds in a month since my first month. But yeah, I'm really excited. 12.5 pounds is great. 75 pounds in a month, I mean in 5 months is insane. 110 overall. I'm really pleased with my weight loss for sure. Sorry, I'm a little bit, today you'll notice that I don't look quite as polished as I normally do. It's Sunday, Sundays are not days where I look nice, and I went and worked out at the gym and I just showered, and so I'm not going to get all dolled up just to start meal prepping and doing laundry, but I'm also just a little bit tired today, so c'est la vie. Anyways, measurements. So you will know, again, if you watch my monthly videos, that I do measurements once a month, and so I'll go ahead and put the things right there. So this month I lost 1.5 inches from my bust, 3 inches from my chest, 3 inches from my waist, 2.5 inches from my hips, 1.5 inches from my thighs, 1/2 inch from my calf, 0.25 of an inch, so 1/4 of an inch from my bicep, and 1/2 inch from my neck. So that is a total inches lost in this month of 12.75, and total inches overall that I've lost of 46.75. So really good. This is like one of my highest inches lost month. I'm not quite sure. My sister seemed to like have them like be pulling a little tighter maybe than she normally does. She was not in a great mood when we did this, and so on my pictures I look really angry too. Sorry. But you know, hey, whatever. I'll take the losses. Lots coming off of my bust, my chest, waist, hips. Yeah, there's movement. I'm excited about it. So let's see. To recap the month, this past month, I've been struggling more with like mental stuff than I have. This has probably been the hardest. May was probably the hardest month I've had since surgery. I had that weekend with my mom, where I ate the worst I've eaten since surgery. And just the past few weeks, I've been really kind of blah, and it's not necessarily just weight loss related, but there's definitely an aspect of that here. And yeah, I think it, you know, I just think it comes in waves. I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I do think there's just like a lot of other real life, you know, other stuff happening at the same time that kind of has, you know, made things difficult, which is what life is, and you can't just lose weight in a bubble, unfortunately. But I'm happy with staying on track. We'll see what happens as I continue on this journey. The hair loss is rough. I'm really struggling more with that than I know I should, because it's temporary and I still have hair and it's fine. But it is a little bit freaky when you're like putting your hair up and it's half the amount of hair you used to have. I feel like this month I've really started to see the beginnings of skin issues. I mean, I've kind of had those for longer, but like I think I'm really starting to get an idea. You know, it's hard to tell because I do still have a decent amount of fat on me. You know, it's like what is skin and what is really just fat and kind of like wobbly. But I definitely am seeing a lot more like puckering and wrinkling, and yeah, my boobs are just, they're bad, guys. It's pretty sad. Again, I think this is not uncommon for a lot of big girls. My boobs have always been something that I have appreciated, their size, and I've mentioned before in previous videos, like my top half is shrinking a lot faster than like my midsection and my hips, that kind of section. And so I don't love it, but you know, it is what it is, and it's not the worst. And normally I'm pretty okay with it. I'm just not in a great mood right now. And so I'm like, why don't I film my monthly update in a mood where I'm just sort of like, I just want to, you know, part of it was I went to the gym this morning and I didn't get to finish my workout because I started feeling really nauseated in the middle of my cardio, and I worked out fasted, I always do, and it was right after I'd taken a sip of water, but it was plain water and it shouldn't have affected me, and I don't really know what it is, and I still just kind of feel a little blah, and I haven't eaten. I think I'm gonna have a protein shake after this and see if that helps settle my stomach. But yeah, sorry guys, you're not getting, I mean, I'm never like peppy and upbeat, but you're getting morose Grace, I guess. Or this video's all over the place. But yeah, mental stuff has really hit this week. Sorry, mental stuff this month has really hit, and I think it's affecting my feeling blah about body stuff, feeling upset about my hair loss. But I'm just, you know, keeping on and being consistent. I'm not letting it derail me nutritionally, and I'm continuing. I went and worked out this morning, and I didn't, even though I had to stop my workout, I at least got some of it in, and yeah, I'm keeping on, and it's gonna get better. So also to recap some May goals, my May goals were to hit my food, vitamins, water goals. I did pretty great on that, with the exception of my weekend at my mother's, where I was really not great nutritionally. I hit my vitamins and my water goal every single day this past month, but yeah, and food most of the time, but there was that weekend, which wasn't great. And we've moved on, and I got back on track and made good choices since then. Also wanted to hit the gym 2 to 3 times a week, which I did. I talked about possibly wanting to up that to 3 to 4 times a week. That did not happen. Some weeks I only really made it 2. Like I said before, May is a super busy month for me, and it just wasn't happening. And I still really want to. I'd like to start working out a little bit more and getting to the gym more frequently, but I just don't know that it's really feasible, and I'm worried that if I try to do it, it's gonna like be the straw that breaks the camel's back, you know? I just don't know that I'm ready for it. As much as I mentally kind of want it, I don't know that physically and like practically speaking, it's a good idea yet. So I'm still sticking to my 2 to 3 times a week, and then I try to walk around Green Lake once a week. So it's, you know, I'm trying to be active. My other goal for May was to hit 9K steps. I've mentioned before that I've been trying to do this tapering thing. So tapering up. So May was 9K, and that was a fail. So for the first time since I started this tapering up goal, I did not hit my goal. So my goal was 9K steps on average, and I averaged 7.5, which is actually my lowest average, like lower than I've had since I think February. So it's a pretty low one. I had a feeling that was going to happen. I really struggled with the steps this month. And I think part of that is that I don't like walking without a purpose. So I don't like just like going on random walks. Like I have a really hard time with that. And because 9K is such a hard amount of steps for me to get in a normal day without doing some serious walking, like planned walking, I found myself unwilling to even try to get close. Like it was almost like a deterrent because it was too high. So I would be at like 4K steps, and I'd be at work, and I'm like, you know, I don't have time to go on an hour walk. I'm not going to get to 9K today. I might as well just not go on any walk. So instead of like at least getting myself to 7K steps, I would just stay at 4K because I was like, well, there's no way I'm going to hit my goal. So it ended up, being kind of a deterrent and not great. So I think transitioning into June goals, my plan was for June to have 10K steps as a goal. I think I'm just going to go ahead and say my goal is going to be 9K again. So I'm going to try this month to do 9K in a day and be a little bit more mindful and thoughtful about about trying to walk more. And then if we find out that that is not a feasible, like I'm struggling again, then maybe my step goal is going to be lower than 10K. You know, like that was my ideal, but I also don't want to set it so high that I end up actually walking less because it's so far from achievable, you know? So I'm going to try 9K again, and we'll see how that goes. Of course, again, I want to meet my hydration, food, and vitamin goals for June. I want to continue to work out at the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and I'd like to try to get in at least 3 walks around Green Lake, around the lake. So hopefully that'll happen. And then my other goal for June is that I want to get my blood tests done. So I'm meeting with my surgeon again in July, early July. So I need to get my blood, all of my vitamin testing, blood. I think there's like a urine test too. But I have to get all of those done in June. And I want to, and I have to plan that ahead because I have to abstain from, I think, taking my vitamins for 2 or 3 days beforehand. So I can't just do it on a whim. So yeah, I think those are my June goals. I also still have to get my shoes for my last milestone for hitting 100 pounds down since my highest weight. So I have to go get those at some point. I just haven't had a lot of time to go and drive to the outlets. They're like, an hour away. And I think I'm going to hit my next milestone in this month, hopefully, because that is, I'm at 244 and it's 241.5. So I have to think about what my next milestone reward is going to be and then do that. So yeah, okay. This is not the best of all videos, but let's go ahead and jump into pictures. So here is my from the front view of me. So I've got me before surgery, me last month, and me this month. Trying to get, the lighting was really bad this month. So, I mean, the lighting in general is bad. Hindsight's 2020. Like, I thought I knew what I was doing with taking all these photos from watching all these things. And even now I'm like, I wish I had done that differently. But, we work with what we got. So side view as well. And of course there'll be, back view and then side view. You guys can tell what a back and a side view is. You know what you're looking at. Definitely seeing a big difference. We worked with on getting the angle consistent, so I think that is at least all consistent, and I think easier to see the progress. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing some results. I'm really pleased with it. Like I said, I am really happy with my weight loss. Even though I'm kind of in a blah mood, there's no regrets about anything so far at all. And you know, that's life. You just go through weird cycles, and like I said, this is not entirely weight loss related, my weird mood, but it's a factor, and I'm going to mention it because you can tell. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link it above. You can. I post there daily. And thank you guys all so much for following along and supporting me on my journey. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day.